All right, we are into week 12. Boom, boom, boom. Here we are. And happy Easter. Um, some of you, to some of you, this is just a secular holiday. For others, this is a religious one, a deeply spiritual day. And so, no matter what your approach is or your thoughts about this holiday, I hope that it's a good one for you. Um, I would have liked to let you know this information earlier, but unfortunately, I have it takes me till around this time to get all my classes gathered and kind of fully prepared to decide how I want to take everything and approach for the week. Um, some of you may already be stressing over getting the work done here on this holiday. If you're watching this announcement, um, you can turn in the work late tomorrow, okay, and like in the morning. That may not help some of you that have to work, but I would like to kind of like do something sort of in honor of the holiday. Um, to be honest, I've been so busy. Had I thought like it's something I wish I would have just told you earlier, but I'm kind of busy like all of you other guys, and it's like days just kind of pile up. And so I've been trying to keep on top of all of your guys' work as much as possible. So, yeah. So, okay. So what can I say? Again, with this class, I think you guys are really doing well, keeping on top of things. My grading is mainly caught up, but not all of it. And so, if there's any issues about that, you're, me having, the fact that I haven't graded a paper of yours or something, please contact me. Here's the other thing about being contacted. I have so many more students right now, and sometimes I get tons of texts and phone calls and messages, just like a barrage. Boom, 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 boom. And I think I get back a hold of everybody. And I've just recently discovered there was somebody that's been trying to get a hold of me for 2 days straight or more and sent me an email or like, hey, you're ignoring me. And I'm just like, oh, sorry. So please feel free to be persistent and know that I don't do that deliberately. It should never take more than a day for me to get back a hold of you. When that happens, something's just going wrong on my end. Okay, so sorry. All right. So yeah, please try to always make sure you get a hold of me, especially when you feel neglected. Okay. What else? Oh, this documentary on Machiavelli that I have. Oh my gosh, I think it's really good and interesting. It really intrigues me. Maybe you won't feel the same as me. I want to make sure though that you watch. I say just watch up to the 30 minutes portions. I mean, if you want to watch the rest, you want to watch the rest, but you only have to watch up that far. Keep in mind that you're going to start off with a background history into his life, and it's going to then, what I really like about the documentary, this BBC one, is it goes into modern politicians and how they apply Machiavelli. And I always like things that help us see how the past has relationships with things going on in the present. And in this class for Western civilization, that this concept isn't just something that we're reading about stuff that's back then and it has no application to now. No, it does, especially in terms of just, in terms of intellectual history. Machiavelli's The Prince has a huge impact on political and economic strategists in terms of power and the concept of having power, maintaining power, and so on, and propaganda and what a politician should be considering. And it really does make one like cynical and think that you don't trust anybody again after watching a documentary like this or reading The Prince. But maybe we shouldn't, and maybe we can still, I don't know. I have somebody I want to vote for, to see as president, like we all do. But I don't necessarily trust that person. I mean, I vote for somebody who I think represents the closest things to my values, and that I hope that they're actually authentic enough to commit to those, and that they might be the best thing possible. But I'm aware, we historians, we get ruined, right? And you guys are probably seeing why. Like, you're just like, I don't always trust what everything y'all saying over there. Okay? And I realize that I have to like consider a lot of factors in terms of what's going on in the world, and that there are various entities striving to get their interests in and make things happen, which was what we've been seeing in our history so far, right? That we've had the politics of the church, the politics of the politicians needing validation from the church, and at the same time wanting to relegate it to be subservient to them. We have various independent nobles that have their own desires, and then you have these other outside entities, Islam, Mongols, Turks, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say. And as a quick side note, when you see the Machiavelli video, it's interesting because for those of you who are new to politics and what's going on, when there was a debate, I watched the debates between Republicans and Democrats, of course, and Bernie Sanders made a poke at Hillary Clinton for being friends with Henry Kissinger. Henry Kissinger is a very controversial character, and Bernie Sanders basically said, I would not want to count myself as a friend of Henry Kissinger. Globally, he's been very controversial. And I simply just want to mention, you should Google his name, and I had another professor who thinks that Henry Kissinger was one of the greatest politicians of our time and still is, and sees him as a good thing. And others actually consider him a war criminal. But he's also discussed in the Machiavelli thing, so I just thought you should just take note of that. Just kind of help, It's good as modern politics gets in and names get dropped, that I'm trying to just get all you guys on board with who's who in the world and how they relate to it somehow. That's all. So in any case, always call me if you need me, and don't forget to be persistent if it's been more than a day.